Hey, what's going on YouTube? We got Forgotten Kingz TV. I've been looking forward to this one. So much so, I had to break out a new animation track. Like, for real. He's doing some big things. I remember when we first met, he was like at 60K. He's about to hit 100K, man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, brother. I just hit it this morning, man.
Damn! I knew it was coming. His grind is impeccable. So we're going to get straight into this interview. What's your name? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, for those who don't know, my name is SenseiRip. I'm the one in control of Forgotten Kingz TV 2.0. Yeah, man, I've been doing this for about a year and a half. And we here. What's up? Talk to me.
Damn, a year and a half with your amount of grind and the amount of videos you put out, I thought you was in for at least 10.
Nah. This is actually my second channel. The first one got taken down back in January, so I had to start back over. That's why I put the 2.0 on it. So for those who remember, there was another Forgotten Kingz page, but they took it down, man. So I had to, bounce back, and get revenge. So here we are, 100K later.
Man, that grind is impeccable. About how many videos do you think you put out per day?
At this point, I don't really have a set number. I just lock into the work. So some days, which I call them like blackout sessions, some days you just black out and you just post. So it could range from 2 videos to maybe 5 to 7. Shit, sometimes I done posted 10 videos in a day. So yeah, the grind never stops, man.
I feel it, man. So where are you from? I'm hearing a little bit of an accent too.
Oh man, I didn't know it was that easy, man. I think my accent done told on myself. I'm from Baltimore, man. Baltimore, Maryland.
You guys got your own language. I was watching some compilation clip the other day, and I'm like, damn. Like, I went to trucking school, right? And my bunkie, he was from Baltimore.
Okay.
And he would say "do" different. I'm like, hold on. And he had his own language. I'm like, what the? But we close. We still talk. Actually, we just talked yesterday. We close as hell. Y'all some cool people, bro. How was it like growing up out there?
Growing up in the city is, it's a hell of an experience to say the least. I'm a 90s baby, so I grew up, late 90s, early 2000s. That's when I was really young out there. Just trying to find my way. I really wasn't a street cat. So my father, he worked hard, every day, made sure, food on the table, clothes on the back, bills paid. So I just was a regular kid outside trying to find my way, running through the streets.
Shit, I hear it, man. You got the goals in your team, too. You was getting it in, bro. What made you want to get into YouTube?
Man, honestly, man, I think naturally, I always felt like I had an opinion that people like to gravitate towards. So, you hear things here and there about people starting YouTube channels, and I wasn't really sold on just being on camera all day. Sometimes I like to be on camera, sometimes I like to, play behind the scenes. So, believe it or not, man, it eventually, once I started getting accustomed to making videos and started seeing numbers go up, it just kept me, curious, man. I had to feed that curiosity for every video I posted. And before you know it, I was locked in.
Oh yeah, man. Like, if you had to talk to an upcoming YouTuber right now that's trying to learn a game, what kind of advice would you give them?
First and foremost, I would say, don't get too caught up in the money, the views, and all of that. You need to, hone in on your work ethic and your craft and learn how to develop, a steady work ethic on a day-to-day. So that way you can get to a pace where, the hard work will eventually pay off. I tell, some of the content creators all the time that you probably won't start seeing consistent results until about 400 videos in. So to not get discouraged, by having to post so much, do so much work, man, just get started, brick by brick. And eventually you'll create a wall,
That's a fact. Like, we just starting to really start to see things piece together. We're almost at 400 videos. It takes a while. Some boom, some channels boom, and others, it is a grind, brother. But he be grinding. Like, good Lord. You and Shix both. How did you meet Shix?
Say
Chig
that again. I'm
Smooth, by
sorry.
the way, everybody.
Oh, Chig Smooth, shout out, bro, Chig Smooth, man. The same way I got in contact with you, man. I reached out. I see this YouTube thing, man. It's crazy. Certain people they feel like they may have to diss people to get steady views and stuff, or they may feel as though by other people watching and studying, their ego may get caught in the way. So I don't get offended. I see others that study me, study my channel. What I mean, blatantly. Some don't put in the work, but for the ones that I reach out to, I see them wanting to do what I do, and I reach out. I email them, let them know, hey, I've been paying attention. I see what you're doing. Anything that I can do to help, here's my information. Instead of it, being any confusion or tension. What I mean? Sometimes the egos can have that. So just to eliminate all that, I just reach out, email them, and we go from there.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. I didn't know that you guys met each other through YouTube. You guys seem close. I thought you guys grew up together almost.
Nah, man, we chopped it up. I reached out to Chase about 3 months ago, man. I've been subscribed to his channel, and I just reached out. I mean, I like the style, I like what he was doing, and since then, we what I'm saying, we rap like every other day, if not every day, man. Because over here, you're a part of this network that I'm creating, man. Just a team full of hardworking creatives. So if you guys are interested, the ones that's joining this interview, if you want to be a part of this talented, hardworking, creative network, email me at Forgotten Kingz TV. That's Kingz with a Z at gmail.com. And we'll get you in, man. But I just have a vision for us content creators moving forward.
Hell yeah, man. Like it's a cool, like we got a group chat going on, the WhatsApp. It's very helpful, and it's cool having a whole network of YouTubers, because when you're having those type of YouTube problems that I think only creators could really talk you through, it's cool having that like set up. Hey, thank you for that too.
No problem, man. I want to help, inspire others to continue to, the tradition. Everyone that I looked out for or did anything for, I don't want no credit, man. I just want you to do for the next man like I did for you, because I understand that,
That's facts.
it's power in numbers, man. And if we can, team up and create a network so as though us creators are protected, why not? You know what I mean? So you can't be successful unless you have that work ethic. So if you're lazy, you can't be a part of this team, man. You got to be a hard worker. And that's just my whole, approach to it.
That's facts. That's facts. Now, Forgotten Kingz. How'd you come up with the name?
Man, this vision started around 2014, around the time Freddie Gray, the riots happened.
Yeah.
I kind of had already had all this put down on a piece of paper. Me and a couple other guys were supposed to come together, but initially I had the vision of, giving the voiceless a voice, a platform. So that's just pretty much it, what it is, just paying homage to those, that came before us, that knocked down the doors. And it ain't even just Kings, Forgotten Queens as well. But that's pretty much what the platform was, man, to give the voices a voice.
And that is much appreciated. A lot of people don't. A lot of people hear things or they don't want to hear it because the name isn't big enough. To give people a platform to speak. That's what's up. You don't see too many content creators like that.
Right.
Now, who in the game right now of like what we do with this content creation and covering hip hop and broadcasting, who would you like to collab with? And who inspires you too? Like,
It's a good question. You mean in regards to the YouTube,
yeah.
collabing with other creators? I'm actually building with a couple guys from behind the scene, man. Shout out to MREC TV. That's another guy that's been supporting me, man, giving me a lot of game on, just staying focused and, what to be aware of, man, when it comes to the YouTube streets. But honestly, man, I'm open to working with anybody, man. We can build a network together. I don't really have a bucket list of YouTubers I would like to link up with, outside of the ones that blessed me. Shout out to Kwame Brown. He really helped, put the fire under my channel and got the ball rolling. So shout out to Kwame, shout out to MREC TV, shout out to Chigs, Gravity Takeout, and, a lot of the other people that pretty much depend, and we feed off each other. You know how it is in the group chat, man. So,
Yeah. Now, is it hard to find the energy to be so consistent in the way that you are, or does it just come natural to you at this point?
at this point, it's natural. I like it. You know, I thoroughly enjoy it. It doesn't feel like a job because I'm still able to do whatever it is I want to do as long as I put in the work. So at this point, it's second nature at this point for me.
Now, I gotta ask. This is a personal question.
Okay.
Like, how'd you find that intro? That intro's tough. That sax, because I play sax. I'm like, that intro is tough.
Man, shout out to my homie, Yashway Pharrell. It's a homeboy I know that make beats, man. He blessed me on the beats tip. And that's pretty much how I got it, man. Shout out to bro. I'm gonna send you the link to his Instagram because a lot of people ask me about where I get the beat from, and I'm tight-lipped about it because I purchased it. So a lot of people be wondering, like, where'd you get that sample from? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot you the link to his Instagram. So for anyone that's interested in purchasing beats or want, you can't have my beat, goddamn, but you can get something similar, some other fire. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Now, this Drake and Kanye thing, man, because we both broadcasters, so I gotta ask you some questions.
Right.
Drake and Kanye, Donda versus CLB. Which one you got?
That's all we got.
We got more. But
I guess I'll go with CLB just because Kanye lost me ever since the TMZ rant, so I haven't really heard any new Kanye since Pablo. You know what I'm saying? Life of Pablo. That was the last Kanye album I actually listened to and wanted to listen to. So I gotta go with CLB, man.
Shit, I hear it. I'm still sticking with Donda. I'm still sticking with Donda. Hell yeah. Okay. I liked it. I felt like it was progressive. Did you see the Free Larry Hoover concert?
I caught bits and pieces of it, man. It was dope to see Drake and Kanye, finally. I feel like all this was staged. Because it's just like there is no beef between Kanye and Drake. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
So, but now I caught bits and pieces of it. How was it?
I caught bits and pieces of it on Instagram too, like just little clips. It looked cool, but it was kind of messed up. Kanye begging to get Kim back, and then she brought his family to So, I mean, that kind of tossed me. And then seeing Drake perform Too Sexy at a Free Larry Hoover concert, it was, I don't know, there were some heartfelt moments, and then other moments I'm like, what is going on?
Right. I mean, I heard that they took out Drake's portion of the show. So if you go back and watch the stream, you won't see Drake's performance. You will only see them walking out. Yeah.
When did this happen?
I think over this weekend. I heard them talk about it Friday.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Probably from all the backlash saying that, a lot of people online was saying that Kanye had the better performance out of the two.
Yeah, they said he lost the versus. Drake lost.
Oh, man. Is that part of your merch?
Nah, man. This is the young lady by the name of Corinne Gaines. You can Google her. She was gunned down by police in a standoff situation. So I'm tapped in with a brother from the city. She's from Baltimore. So y'all Google Corinne Gaines. For those who know the story, y'all know. But for those who want to know, y'all know what's up, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah, man. So
it's crazy out here,
Heck yeah, man. It's getting crazier every day. It feels like every day we're reporting on something just like that. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Was it difficult to let your family know that you wanted to be a YouTuber?
It's a weird space. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like a big family discussion or group sit down. I'm real isolated. I stay to myself. My family, they stay on the other side of town. So, this journey started when I was 21, man, trying to find out a way to, survive. You know how it is looking for jobs. Trying to, find your way on your journey. So by the time I started actually doing it and pursuing it, it was already too late. Like it had no influence on what I was doing as a YouTuber, so it really didn't matter.
Man, you went up pretty quick too. That would be kind of hard to be like, "What are you doing on YouTube?" And obviously, you successful. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
there's this business mind of branching out and building a network too. That is genius. You see a lot of the broadcasters, they figure that out. Like the Joe Budden podcast, they
Hmm.
figured that out way later in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, we all learning from somebody, man. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm inspired by those that came before us. You know what I mean? The Gullies, TVs, Doggy Diamonds, MREC TV, Star. I mean, there's so
I
many.
watch a lot of Star.
That's what I'm saying. Like those brothers are really the gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Gene Dale, Choke No Joke. Like a lot of these cats pretty much showed you the template. You know what I mean? They showed you that it was possible. They
That's a
inspired me.
fact.
You know what I mean? They said, "Oh shit, I can be a brother from Baltimore and get some of this YouTube money." So that's all it is. Just those inspiring others, man. We're gonna inspire the next wave of content
I
creators.
feel it.
So
I
it's
think
good to be a
so.
part of that.
I feel like I just joined the Avengers. I call dibs on Spider Man, bro. Oh man.
Yo, funny.
Can you give us some like the mentions of like the other celebrities and like YouTubers that have like given you shout outs? Because we know Kwame Brown too. That
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
like
yeah.
we saw a lot of your content, and shout out to Holiday because he was excited that I got the interview from you. He was like,
Okay.
"Oh shit, you in contact with Forgotten Kings?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in this group chat." He was like, "What the fuck? Hurry up and do the interview."
Nah, man, I appreciate it. It's a weird feeling because I do everything in the comfort of my home. I do everything from my mobile device. So it's crazy to see the reaction, right, of just your work being put out there amongst the masses and people coming back and saying, "Yo, I seen that video, I seen that watermark." So, but as far as the celebs and things of that nature, man, shout out to Godfrey. I was able to interview him this year. I'm gonna clip up some joints and re-releases for those who didn't catch the first play. Shout out to Deborah Bond, lovely singer from Washington D.C. She gave me a 2 hour interview. I mean, showed me love, man. It's like I said, it's little people, little things like that. You know what I mean? That gets me over the hump. Even Kwame allowing me to be on his platform. Star did one of my videos early on. He actually reacted to one of my videos. So I just focus on the work, and what else comes with it is what comes with it.
Man, that is an impressive fucking jacket to wear, man. Especially the Godfrey one. I fucks with Godfrey. Star too. Like, man, you really out here setting the bar high. Where do you envision yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I will probably have multiple YouTube channels. I will have had a couple movie deals. You know what I mean? Hopefully, in a position to like bring it to the forefront, manifest it, because I have like several ideas that I've been sitting on for a while. Hopefully, get it more into the music aspect. Pretty much just doing all the things that I want to do. I'm a creative. You know what I mean, at the heart. So outside of having a couple, properties, what I mean, fucking with the real estate, that's pretty much it, man. Just better in my health. Definitely better in my health because I'm in my 30s now. It gets real scary. You know what I mean? At this point in the
Yeah.
timeline, you don't want to wait till your 40s and then you up out of here. So that's really where I'm at, man. Just better in my craft, better in my health, and just bringing some of these ideas to the real life.
Man, the grind never stops with you. Now, the real estate property, what made you get into that? When did you get into that?
Well, I'm still a rookie, but you're asking me where I see myself in 5 years, so that's just something that is on the bucket list going into 2022. Get more in shape because there are pros and cons to this lifestyle, and one of them is making sure that you stay in shape and staying active. Um, and just real estate, man, it's a what I'm saying, it's a very profitable opportunity, especially now. Like you just want to travel around the world, and experience different things, and I have a great deal of love and respect for Philly, Washington D.C. Like these places, they make me feel so good. So it's like I want to be able to have a property there, Airbnb it, what I mean, make some money while I'm not there. But I just want to have the freedom to roam and move how I want to move. And because of YouTube, I'm able to do that, you know?
So what's up with Philly and Washington D.C.? Like, have you been there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
what were you doing out there?
Traveling, you know?
Okay.
Traveling, just enjoying the energy, enjoying the vibe, man. I'm really a solo act. I don't hang with a big entourage and nothing like that, man. Sometimes I just go wherever the soul, motivates me to go. So Philly, just new energy, new vibe, man. Coming from Baltimore, it's so much. Um, Death, you know, negative energy. There's also a lot of positive too, but no one talks about the positive as much as they talk about the negative. So for those that's blessed to have grown up in the city of Baltimore and can travel and see other places, man, I urge anyone to travel outside of your hometown, your neighborhood, whatever you want to call it, man. It gives you a different feeling, you know?
That's exactly what my homie said. Like I said, I met him in truck driving school, so he
Mm-hmm.
was trying to get paid while traveling while doing it. Shout
Right.
out to him too, man.
Salute, salute.
Man, y'all some cool people. Like y'all some real nice people. It's a lot. It's different than like I feel like in LA we got our manners and shit. You kind of have to because of the
Mm-hmm.
gang culture and stuff going on. But
Yeah, yeah,
it's interesting when you do travel and meet new people and get a different perception and a mindset.
yeah.
So how did you develop that mindset of being so business orientated? And how old are you again?
31, man.
Man, you're pretty young. So I'm the same age, but how did you develop that type of mindset and that type of level of focus?
Um, Man, being broke.
Ah, I hear it, bro.
Being
I hear
broke.
it.
I mean, we all, of course, shout out to all the men and women in my life that helped mold me, try and help, make me the man I am today. Without the elders, um, guiding me, teaching me at a young age. I was always a great listener. I observe the room. That's just how I am. I pick up on people's energy. So I was always a kind of serious type person since I was younger. I guess I took after my pops with that. But for the most part, man, we all go through our journey trying to find our way. And I've been working since I was 15. So speed up to around age 28, that's when talks of doing YouTube and all of that stuff started to, happen and take place. And I just remember saying, you know what? I'm going to start. Let me get started. And like I said, you kind of just develop that work ethic. But I love to write music. So like I just understand that. And I'm a fan of Kobe. So it's like in order for you to be great, you got to be able to put in that work. I mean, it's
That's a
countless
fact.
hours, Chigs, even sometimes, man, we don't get the credit that, we deserve. Sometimes we up till 4 in the morning, man, 5 in the morning, making
That's a
sure
fact.
that y'all getting blessed with content. So it's definitely a lifestyle that's not made for the weak. I tell you that for sure.
Speaking of the lifestyle, you mentioned that earlier, and you had said that making sure that you stay in shape while doing this lifestyle because this is a lot of sitting and doing content.
Yeah, yeah.
And like for me, it's even way more sitting because I do truck driving plus doing content.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you give advice for someone to do both? Because with our kind of like structure, you got to be quick on the news. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right on it. Like it just broke. You got the whole video out, thumbnail ready, intro's done.
Right.
So how would you give somebody the advice for living this type of lifestyle while still trying to incorporate a healthy lifestyle at the same time?
Balance. Life is all about balance, man. You gotta have balance. I remember on my first channel, once you get hooked, you start getting a little money from it. You're just locked in. You're trying to swing for the fences, and we had those moments where there's dry spots when there's nothing to talk about, and you feel forced into just posting anything in hopes that it sticks. And sometimes you can, do that out of act of desperation. Sometimes creators, fall down that lane. So with this one, man, I just told myself balance. Can't be in front of the phone all day, can't be doing this all day. You gotta get fresh air. You gotta get some of that sunlight, and if I ever feel forced or I feel like I'm trying too much, I just shut it down. And I go out and I live life, until I clear the air, come back with a fresh new perspective.
That is hard. Like that's something I even struggle with because then like sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm gonna kick it with the fam, right? And then the news will break about something. I'm like, nah, let it go, Rome. Just relax. Fuck that. And then I'll run right into the computer room and I'm back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
work. Like, has
yeah.
that ever happened to you too?
Of course. I mean, some nights when I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Hell
1:30,
yeah.
2 o'clock, and then some shit happens. I'm like, oh
Yep.
my lord. Sometimes it's back to back. By the time I'm done that video, it's almost three. Another person posted the video. Oh man, I gotta. Sometimes you want to get ahead of the curve too, though. So
Exactly.
that's why I'll stay up till 3, 4 if I'm going to post the videos where most everyone is sleeping. So that way, when the world wakes up and finally takes heed to the info, to the news, I've already done posted it. You know what I mean? I done. The early bird gets the
Already
worm.
beat it.
That's really real, man. You gotta really get up early, man. Take it serious because the earlier you get up and take care of your business, then you can have the evening to yourself. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Because you already got the content circulated. I definitely took that out of a page from you and Shakes for sure, man.
Yeah, I mean, but like you said though, you addicted, so you out. I got everything from my phone, so mobile. It makes it easier. It makes it quicker. So that's how I'm able to hurry up and do everything that I do.
How would
So
you
yeah.
give somebody advice? Because I got somebody right now who's been
Mm-hmm.
talking to me on Instagram, and I've never done it through a phone. Like I've had a YouTube channel back in 2008, and I cover hip
Okay.
hop and fitness too.
All right.
But like it was on a computer, and he asked me, "Can I do it for mobile?" And I'm like, "I don't know." You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
how
I,
would you recommend it? Because I heard Shiggs in our interview say the same thing. He uses mobile too. How would
yeah.
you
Yeah.
go about telling somebody or giving somebody a blueprint or a structure, if you will, for a mobile user?
Well, for the record, man, in 2022, I will be dropping the course. Probably like around $200, but it'll show you step by step exactly what it is that I do and how I do it. You learn it and you put your own spin to it. You know what I mean? You'll get your money back and then some, right? So it's really just to help give other creators some information and advice as to how they would approach it. But for me specifically, and the way I did it, I came across this app called Kindmaster that you can download from the Play Store. Um, but before you get into that, I urge you to just do your research. YouTube has everything, at your disposal for real. So you can always go on YouTube and study. And that's how I came across Master, the app. I watched some videos on understanding how to work the app, how to edit through the mobile app, because it's only a mobile app. You can't get it on a laptop. I purchased the app because you gotta pay a subscription every month. You know what I mean? But the more you pay, the price drops. I went ahead and downloaded Polish, the app. That's what I use to help create my thumbnails. And yeah, I went on Fiverr, got some people to get my images up, my logos and stuff like that. Got some buttons. And yeah, the rest is history. You know what I mean? You just gotta work on your aesthetic, the look of the page, so yours is original. You know what I mean? You got some content creators that screen record and just throw the shit up there, comments and all looking all janky and bootleg. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Get your creative look. But that's what I would recommend if you want to take the mobile approach.
Man, that is giving somebody the blueprint. You know what I mean? That you know how you get some content creators, they do interviews and you
Mm-hmm.
ask them, give them a blueprint, and then they be sending them down the wrong trail, brother. You gave them the complete guideline. You know what I mean? Something that
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even know. I was like, damn, I should be writing some of this down. Cause that
Listen,
is
man.
hard. Getting the thumbnail.
Technology is the tool that we all can use to make money. We don't have to work as hard no more. You know what I mean? So sometimes what you had to do 10, 15 years ago, go to school, get a degree, blah, blah, blah. Bro, everything is on YouTube. So
That's a
when you
fact.
when you get to this point, you'll know those who work hard from those who just talking out their mouth because you're gonna get those. You're gonna get a handful of people that come to you and want to be a YouTuber for about 5 minutes, and then they're not entertained no more. So those who are serious, trust me, they'll find a way to get that content up there and get
That's a
that channel
fact.
rolling. You
That's
know
a
what I mean?
fact. That's a
So
fact. All right, we're at our closing thoughts, man.
Okay, okay.
If you had to a YouTuber come to you, right? Say
Mm-hmm.
he's your homie, and he's like, man, I don't know if YouTube just don't like me, bruh, but every time I post, it's like they don't even want to show me.
Hmm.
And I'm posting the same content as everybody else. What would you
Ooh.
say to them?
Well, first and foremost, man, I would tell them don't get discouraged and that I understand um, the inconsistencies on these platforms. I just told you earlier, off the air, they took down my first Instagram page I had because I'm experimenting. I'm trying to venture out to other platforms in hopes to get monetized. So I'm just experimenting, and they took my first page down, and I had to come back again. You know what I mean? I was posting clips that everyone else was posting, but for some reason I got in trouble when I posted it. So sometimes you're gonna come up against those inconsistencies, those contradictions where it's like, wait a minute, how come they can do it? But the best thing I would say is don't get caught up in that, man. Just focus on the work and continue to move forward. You know what I mean? Even when you fail, man, you move. Even when they took my first YouTube channel, I was pissed. And they did it
That's
so quick. They
hard.
did it so quick. I got hit with 3 strikes, man, in like
Back to
6
back,
p.m.
no notice, or
Bruh, they was noticed all right. I had took a nap. I had woke up
no,
and
no,
just like that.
like did they just hit you with it back to back to back to where you
Yep.
couldn't even fight back?
Yep.
That would give me a fucking heart attack.
Man. So when I tell you, I was upset and pissed, bro. I was, yes, definitely vexed. But I gave
Bruh.
myself a plan. And I
Yeah.
said, you know what? We got the unemployment coming in.
Man, I hear
You know what I
it.
mean? So it's like, yo, I got till June to get to a point where I monetized again. So that was the goal, that was the mission. And like I said, I don't get upset, I don't get angry. I just take that energy and I transform it into getting results. And that's how I lock into it when I get upset. Like, okay, y'all
Yeah.
gonna take that one? All right, well the next one gonna be bigger and better. Watch how I do it. That's
That's
my
the heart of a
mentality, man.
lion.
So that's how you gotta be. It's these
Yeah.
platforms, they have these rules in place where they pick and choose favorites. There are certain rules and guidelines that
Man,
us
I
content
swear,
creators
bruh.
have to follow. But some of the bigger names, the rules are much looser in that regards. You know what I mean? So
Hell yeah.
just keep working, man. Just keep working. The end game, hopefully, is to create your own platform so you don't have to deal with the rules and the politics.
I
But in the
swear
meantime,
I've
just
been
work.
preaching that lately.
you know.
It's either we as a people, because the kind of content we create, a lot of people want to see, but it's like when we create it, we get penalized for it. But that is what the people be wanting to see. That is difficult. I feel like we either need to create our own as a people or create our own as creators, because
Right.
this is getting kind of out of control. I watch a lot of, even though we do hip hop, I watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z shit on here, right? On
Uh huh.
YouTube. And then a lot of those content creators are even protesting the big publications because they're getting 300 strikes at once and getting insta clapped, and they
Wow.
have to appeal each and every single copyright or infraction, and they
Yeah.
gotta beat it. And if you guys don't know, as YouTubers, if we take just 3 strikes,
It's over.
it's over with. So
Yeah,
if you get
done.
hit with like 320, something like that, all at the same time,
Man, the best bet is, like some of the bigger name YouTubers, they have someone directly that they can contact. Us content creators on a small level, what they would call the chitlin circuit, however you want to deem it, we're not protected at all.
not at all.
But I will say that we do have value because even for some of the bigger name celebs, they come on YouTube and they think it's going to be as simple as just posting content and that channel is going to take off, and then when they realize that's not the case,
Yeah.
now they look at content creators like us and say, well, damn, how can we learn? What is it that I'm doing wrong? So that's how I look at it, man. I just try to find a way where I can help resolve some of those issues, but getting a contact, a connect through YouTube. That's on my
Man.
bucket list, man, to help
Whew.
other creators when they go through certain things, because I don't have the answers, I don't have no one I can contact. So it's heartbreaking, man, when you see other creators go through what they go through, and you just, hope that they can weather the storm. That's all we can do.
Facts. That like I even heard DJ Academic say he got a contact at Instagram. I was thinking like that has to be on my top list of priorities because I like to
Right.
show the fuckery. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like if I'm reporting on something, I kind of like to show what I'm reporting on, unless it's too crazy. Then I try not to.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm still hitting those road bumps as well. Of damn, I went a little bit too far. With
Mm-hmm.
showing something, and then now, oh, bam, warning, bam, strike. So even I'm going through those motions as well as content creators. I feel like that's just like a rite of passage. But man, I learned a lot about you from this interview. We need a part two.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
most of you know I'll be back, man. Come on, cut the bullshit, man. You know I'll be back, man. You know I'll be back, man.
man, your story is a great motivational story. We got to go further on part two. That's a fact. Thank you so much for this interview, brother.
No problem, brother. I appreciate you for being a part of the network. Like I said, I have big plans for the network in 2022. So those that are a part of the network, we gonna start moving like a team. We gonna start acting like a team, man. I just want to take it to another level because I feel like there are a lot of content creators that are inspired by the likes of, Forgotten Kings, Chigs, you know what I mean? So many Team Stacy, so many other creators, even yourself, you know what I mean? Like they become inspired because now they see that it's possible. So, why not create that network and really lock it down?
I feel it, brother. But as always, YouTube, make sure that you like, comment, and check out Forgotten Kingz TV. He posts a lot of content. A lot of it is entertaining as hell. And then tell him that intro fire too.
Yeah, y'all already know I got a couple, just in case. Just in case y'all get bored. You know what I'm saying? I bang them in the head with a new intro. Y'all gonna like it, though.
Oh yeah, I love it. All right, then YouTube, we out.
Peace.
Go.